The salt spray hit Maya's face like 1,000 tiny needles as rough hands shoved her toward the edge of the dock. The roar of motorcycle engines drowned out her scream, but nothing could silence the terror that gripped her heart as she saw the dark shadows circling in the crystal-clear water below dorsal fins slice through the waves with predatory precision. And in that suspended moment before she hit the surface, Maya Thompson's entire life flashed before her eyes. 32 years of struggle, triumph, and a dream that had brought her to this beautiful, terrible moment on the Florida Keys. The impact knocked the breath from her lungs. Cold water rushed into her mouth, her nose, filling her with the taste of salt and fear. As she thrashed toward the surface, a massive gray shape glided past, close enough that she could see the rows of teeth in its partially open mouth. This was how it would end, not in the courtroom where she'd fought for justice, not in the community center where she'd taught kids to swim, but here in these turquoise waters that had promised a new beginning. If you're watching this story unfold, you're about to witness something that will restore your faith in humanity. Hit that like button and subscribe to Acts of Depth, because what happens next proves that sometimes the most unexpected heroes emerge from the darkest moments. Maya had arrived in Marathon Key just 3 days earlier, her used Honda Civic packed with everything she owned. The law firm back in Chicago had made their position clear. Her pro bono work with immigrant families was admirable but not profitable. They needed lawyers who brought in billable hours, not bleeding hearts who worked for free. After 8 years of 16-hour days and watching wealthy clients walk free while poor families got crushed by the system, Maya had finally had enough. The inheritance from her grandmother, a woman who'd cleaned houses for 50 years to put Maya through law school, was just enough to start over somewhere new. The Sunset Marina had seemed perfect when she'd first seen it online. A small apartment above a bait shop, close enough to the water that she could hear the waves at night, far enough from tourists that she could actually afford the rent. The owner, Captain Bill, was a weathered man in his 70s who'd barely looked up from his fishing nets when she'd arrived. But his wife, Rosa, had welcomed Maya with fresh-baked banana bread and stories about the islands. They needed help with the shop's legal paperwork, Rosa explained, permits and licenses that had piled up over the years. In exchange for reduced rent, would Maya mind taking a look? It was exactly what Maya needed. Simple, honest work for people who deserved help. No more defending corporations that poisoned water supplies. No more watching executives in $1,000 suits explain why laying off 500 workers was financially necessary. Just small-town legal work, helping fishermen keep their boats registered and small business owners navigate bureaucracy.